How does your software get written? How do the people in charge decide what the next version should do for you? Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. Traditionally, executives in charge of software applications consider three sources for adding new functionality: what their customers ask for, what their sales force says prospects want to buy, and original ideas that pop out of their heads and their teams. But sometimes real-life experiences outside of work, not working at home, guide their hands. On this edition of Firing Line, we're going to hear a very dramatic example of life-affecting software development. Joining me now is Dmitri Krakovsky, Senior Vice President of SAP SuccessFactors, and the person in charge of all their HCM products, both on-prem and in the cloud. Dmitri is a Russian emigre who came to the US 26 years ago. For the past 7 years, he's been very genial putting up with my fractured high school Russian. So I know, Dmitri, you'll understand when I say Zdravstvuyte. Thank you for coming here. Delighted to have you.
Great to be here, Bill.
You recently took a leave of absence, a long one, 2.5 months, so that you could personally and on site help your two young boys, aged 7 and 9, with some of the learning challenges they had. In a second, we'll get into what you learned about software from doing this. But first, I'd like to ask you, what they were up against. What was happening?
Yes, Bill. I have two little guys. They're 7 and 9, as you said, and they had learning differences, learning challenges. So both, my older son has dyslexia, and the younger son has a language processing disorder. So what is this? By the definition of dyslexia is difficulty in reading while otherwise having average or above average intelligence. So things are hard for them in school. Things were hard for them in school. And what I learned through this process is that the schools they went to, and we changed the schools a few times, are essentially factories that are targeting the neurotypical kids. And if you fit into the system, you get great education. And if you don't fit into the system, you're on your own. You have to find your own way. And as a parent, I was looking for a way. And for my older son, we found a school that specializes on the kids with dyslexia. And they use completely different methods in how to teach these kids to read. And it was just a magical transformation. Literally 6 months after that, he was reading at 4 times the rate that he did before. He improved by 4 times. 4 times. And we found he was, one day we found that he was sneaking a Kindle to his bed when he went to sleep. And that's for a kid that 6 months before, you could not make him read 5 sentences, for his homework. There'd be tears and screaming and complaining. And now here's a kid that takes the Kindle to bed, which to us seemed like a very big deal. Right. So that's that. And the way they achieve that, as I said, they use very different approach, to individualized approach. They play to the kids' strengths. They use multisensory learning mechanisms. So it's very, very different. I learned quite a bit from that.
And what did you learn from the professionals that you think should be applied to corporate learning?
As bad as I think that our K through 12 education is, believe it or not, I think enterprise education is even worse.
You'd find few people to disagree with you.
And again, it's the one-size-fits-all approach where you have to fit in it, and most people don't, or a lot of people don't. And so a lot of the things that we're building in our products, I drew the inspiration from what I observed in the schools that do it differently, or in a consumer marketplace, where there are individualized learning plans, the individualized study list, there are recommendations that we deliver to you. There are different types of media, where sometimes it's videos. YouTube is perhaps the single biggest source of learning in the world right now. All of this packaged together, I think we could really change the nature of enterprise learning going forward.
Yeah, and more people are using YouTube. I was told a story about a 5-year-old who wanted to learn how to play a new game, searched YouTube for a little video that taught him, and watched it, and 4 minutes later he was playing the game. It's quite remarkable.
I see it at my house every day.
Dmitri, thanks for coming by and sharing all this with us. Would you come back again and tell us what else you learned on your leave of absence?
Absolutely, Bill.
Well, good. I'll look forward to us talking some more.
Thank you.
To make sure you don't miss the next Firing Line, please click the red box at the end of the show to subscribe. You'll just get one email reminder for each episode. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.